Yeah, hello there, Rick from Abandoned and Strange Places in Eastern PA. I bet you didn't know there used to be an amusement park in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. About 4 or 5 miles northeast, I was at Bushkill Park yesterday. This park, Willow Park, was an amusement park that was started in 1931 in the height of the Depression, curiously, and ceased operation in 1970 when it was taken over by a local construction company, I believe Posh Construction. It was an amazing amusement park at the time, but it seems like these local amusement parks are being shut down. And the big one we have here in the Lair Valley is Dorney Park. I use the analogy of Walmart. Mom and pop stores, grocery stores closed in the neighborhood, and people went to the suburbs to go to Walmart. Looks like the same thing here. Community amusement parks closed down for the most part, and now most people, even from out of town or out of state, are going to Dorney Park. Willow Park was pretty good. Hold on a second. All right, just had to turn the radio off there. It's on Willow Park Road. I was there today, and you can't see much. There's not much video of any value. You just see foundations, footers, the roof, I believe, of a pavilion. But in its heyday, it had a wild mouse. It had a lot of rides, flying scooters, a little mini train like the Zephyr in Dorney Park. It had a huge swimming pool. I would say it's larger than an Olympic-sized pool, and it was the main feature. I remember going there as a child. It was amazing. It was so big they had the lifeguard stand was in the middle of the pool. And there's video on that. Some guy, it's 8mm video. I'll give you a link if I can. And it'll show you not only the styles and fashion of the 50s and 60s, it'll show you the cars, and it'll show you all the rides that they had at that time. So I hope you enjoy. All right. Bye for now. Okay, we're here basically at the ruins of the former Willow Park, which closed in 1970. So 57 years ago. So it's basically reduced to rubble. But Willow Park used to be a vibrant part of my youth, especially in the mid-1960s. We'd come here like every weekend. They would have the wild mouse. They would have a little train ride you can go on, a hand train ride. And basically, all you see is the rubble. In this section, I believe right up there is where the wild mouse was. And there's not much to show here, but there was actually an amusement park right in this area. And this is actually Buttstown off of Willow Park Road. They had a huge saltwater swimming pool. I know that's in vogue today, but they had this back in the 1950s and 60s. Very large pool. It's good for community people to get together here. It was a very popular park. To try and include a video, it shows even they needed a crossing guard to get here. I'm going to close this out right here, but I'm going to reopen it later if I can find some more remnants. By the way, right above here was the old Bethlehem Drive-In. Right above that little knoll or hill was another defunct place in eastern Pennsylvania, the Bethlehem Drive-In. And if you would take this road, William Penn Highway, and go all the way down into East End, there's another defunct drive-in called the Starlight Drive-In. Again, I looked at the Bethlehem Drive-In, and there's nothing there, just like here. I don't think there's no plans to develop this part of the park. It was taken over by a construction company, like I said before. And like I said, I'll close out here. See you in a couple. Yeah, here is the foundation of something. Again, the remnants, it's all overgrown, and all you see is basically small little remnants that you wouldn't even know a park was here. Here are steps leading up, probably to a pavilion or an area where you can picnic. Again, if you go up there, there's nothing there. It's all taken over by Mother Nature. There's some more remnants of a building that was torn down. And again, all you see is scattered wood. If I remember, there was some kind of arcade here. This might be the old leftover parts of that arcade. Here is another set of steps leading up to that pavilion, as previously mentioned, or a picnic grove, which is now, as you see, overgrown and basically extinct like the dinosaurs. Over here are more remnants that a park was here. If you look right here, concrete pad, and what looked to be another set of steps leading up here. So, yes, there was a park here. Hard to believe. This might have been the roof of the pavilion. I'm not sure. But there it is, as it lies for 40 years. There's also another concrete foundation here for another building that you can see. Let me get closer. Right here. You can see that concrete foundation there. And there's looks like the roof. I'm gonna walk down this way. There's something else sticking out of the ground. Now, this must have been for parking here. Now, that looked like some kind of roof, and then the bottom looked like some kind of boardwalk, or I don't know. All right, I'll pick it up later. Oh, here I just spotted a fence on the other end of the park I am now. And I'm not too sure. I guess this fence was built a long time ago to keep out the vandals when it just closed and all of the rides and structures of the amusement park were still intact. Apparently, the place is it's now owned by a construction company, and they have like thousands of pallets. I don't know if you can see them. I believe it's called Posh Construction or Butts Construction, one of those two. But there's really not much video on Willow Park in Buttstown / Bethlehem, PA, because it's been abandoned for 40 years. There was no attempt to resurrect it. So I guess this amusement park stays dormant. It's unfortunate because it would be a good alternative, just like Bushkill Park, to the big mega park, the Dorney Park, over in Dorneyville, west end of town. This is much more localized. It's almost like Donny Park is the Walmart of amusement parks in the Lehigh Valley, and Bushkill Park and Willow Park were sort of like the mom and pop stores, if you want that analogy. I don't know. That's what I think. Okay. Please stay on the video here for some pictures and video of the park at the end. Thank you, and bye. Just like Bushkill Park, Willow Park was also subject to flooding. And you can see, I walked around here, you can see that it was recently flooded about a few months ago. There's another concrete archway leading into the park upstream there, if you can see it. Again, I will leave this video with the serene sounds of a small creek's babbling brook.